Alright, so we're in the theater, getting hyped for Sin City. We got Troy over there.
That's me.
Got Tony.
Yep.
We got Jimmy. And there's the film poster, so I just really quickly wanted to get your thoughts going in. Okay, Troy.
My thoughts going in. I think it's going to be pretty good. I like what they did with the first one. Why wouldn't the second one be good? I don't know why.
Okay.
So I'm pretty excited for it, though, to be completely honest. You know, it's been a long time since the first one, and I'm psyched to see what they do with the second one. So yeah, it's been like 9 years, 11.
Yeah, 9 years.
9 years,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Okay,
so I'm excited.
So hyped. I don't understand how they're gonna do some of the scenes because some of the characters from the other one come back, and
yeah, apparently like Hardigan's like a hallucination.
Yeah, that
for
shit
a bit.
and shit
but
like
also,
that.
like I looked up and apparently he's in the story Just Another Saturday Night. So
Yeah,
apparently
yeah.
he's gonna be in that one too. So
Exactly.
who the hell knows?
So yeah.
Well, I'm gonna try to come up with the nerdiest thing I could say, and I hope it's the Dead Space 2 of sequels.
And what he means by that is like the only good one. It's the only good Dead Space game out of all of them, so let's hope
I hope
this
it's
is
better
good.
than the first.
Wait, did we get 3D tickets?
Yeah, we got 3D tickets.
Okay,
yeah, sounds good.
That'll be neat.
So there's
actually.
the poster
I want to see
green.
what they do with the 3D in this movie too. I think this might have some promising sequences in 3D. That's for sure.
Yeah, I kind of think so too. The reason I think it's going to be cool is because they use the same cameras as James Cameron's Avatar.
Yeah,
So I'm
exactly.
hoping that they're going to do a lot of depth of field,
Really,
make it look
really
like a
nice
comic book
stuff.
panel. But hey, who knows? Let's go in, get the popcorn, get the tickets, and you guys will see us when we come out. All right, see you guys. Alright, so we just got back.
Sin City!
Yeah, I just got back from Sin City, Game to Kill For. We're doing it very professionally in this fucking car.
Yeah.
So, first we're gonna do spoiler-free thoughts, then spoiler-laden thoughts. So, spoiler-free thoughts. I guess we'll go around you first.
Very good, very violent. People can't shoot for shit.
It's everything you'd expect out of Sin City, that's for sure. The entire movie was just equally as jam-packed with everything that was packed into the first
Look
one.
at you trying to be very in-depth
No,
about it.
honestly, I enjoyed it though. Like, it was really good. I liked it. It's more or less the same, but you know, it's really enjoyable.
Nerd.
I'm
Jimmy?
Well, I have to say, Eva Green and Powers Booth, or Booth Powers, I don't remember.
No, it's
which-
Powers Booth. You got it right the first time, then
Okay,
you fucked it up.
Powers Booth. They're now my new favorite actors for villains because they have the crazy faces and the crazy eyes.
Very much.
Yeah,
It's got
one thing that really
crazy
struck me, like I know it, like I saw it in the trailer, but Eva Green's fucking eyes, the green eyes,
That
are
was
just so intense. And
really
like,
intense.
what you talked about, Jimmy, is like her stare.
Yeah.
And she can manage to keep her eyes dead on and not like moving around at all when she's staring at someone.
Yeah, it was really
It gives her
scary.
the
Yeah,
crazy
also,
look
like,
and
one thing
whatnot.
I didn't really realize is that Just Another Saturday Night was a really short story. I thought it was going to be way longer. It was just the one at the beginning with Marv.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I thought that they were going to set up more of a mystery, but I think just Another Saturday Night was featured in, I think it was called Booze, Bullets, and Broads. Don't quote me on that. I'll try and find the comic. But it's just a graphic novel of short stories. And I'm pretty sure that was one that was featured in there. Because I thought there was going to be more of a mystery, but it's just like, hey, Marv just kills a bunch of people. And that's basically it.
Because that's all you want to see from Marv.
But then I sort of got mad at that, but then I realized that they did the same thing in the first movie, and they used Just Another Saturday Night as the bookend to like open the movie.
Yeah.
Sort of like how they used fucking The Customer's Always Right with the hitman at the very beginning
Yeah.
of Sin City. So I forgave it really quickly because I just thought, oh, okay, they used it for that. And I don't know, what was your guys' favorite story? So there was The Long Bad Night, which was Gordon Levitt. There was Nancy's Last Dance, which goes fucking insane.
Yeah.
There's A Dame to Kill For. And then there's Just Another Saturday Night, which I don't think will count because it's so short.
It doesn't really
Really
count,
short.
There
no.
wasn't much of a story there. other
No.
than Marv angry kill.
Yeah, basically. I mean, that's kind of all his stories,
So
but
probably
whatever.
Dame to Kill For, or the one with the Nancy's crazy story.
Nancy's Last Dance.
Nancy's
That one.
crazy night.
I was gonna say Nancy going crazy. Shut the fuck up.
Nancy Going Crazy. Yeah, that's the title for this
He goes
movie.
crazy and murders 18 people. Exactly.
Yeah, and like I guess we were talking also about brutal violence
Yeah.
and how I thought the first one had more brutal violence, but I guess like when you look at it, Jesus, we were talking about this movie has a lot of headshots.
Yeah.
A lot of people's heads just blowing up. And
I think there were
Miho,
more
And flying off.
decapitations than
Yeah, I was
Yes.
thinking, flying. A lot of them flying off more than just
Yeah.
Traumatic
head.
head damage.
yeah, like
Like the movie ends. Look. The movie ends on someone getting shot in the head.
yeah,
Yeah.
it does. Though one thing, like, I don't think this is really spoiler laden, but it will kind of lead us into that, is that I thought Joseph Gordon-Levitt was going to have more to do. Like, I thought that he was actually going to go with Nancy at the end,
Yeah.
but then that kind of, sort of fell apart. He still had a pretty good story, and I was super happy that little miniature thing was just, like, a visual representation of getting destroyed at cards.
Yeah.
And they didn't have any bullshit like the little jacks in Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End.
Oh yeah.
Because
fuck, yeah.
that was one thing I was really worried about.
I will say about that poker scene though,
Yeah?
it has great stock sound effects of meat slapping against each other. For his falling apart. That was the stockest noise I've ever heard.
Yeah, pretty much.
I really also
Everyone's
liked
playing
his
at the
card
big
dealing
stage.
when he's just like doing it with one hand.
Yeah, that was
and then
insane.
like fly, like shooting it out. That was really cool.
Dexterous.
Yeah.
Ambidextrous uses the other hand.
And also, like, in my other Sin City video, I kind of talked about how I was worried because I thought that he wasn't beaten that severely, at least what it looked like in the trailer, but he did end up getting beaten pretty bad. Like,
Yeah.
broken fingers.
Oh, you cringed so hard at
Yeah,
that.
you
I was-
Broken fingers are not a thing that I can watch. It's weird. I can totally watch the scene where Hardigan just beats a man's head into the floorboards until there's nothing but wet bone.
That made
Totally
me cringe.
fine with that,
That made me
but I
cringe.
can't watch broken fingers at all. It's a stupid thing. So, I guess
Oh, Christopher Lloyd.
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about Christopher Lloyd. It's not a spoiler, but he is in the movie and he is featured in the main title cards, and it was a great little cameo of just this
good.
crazy, like super. I don't know how to, like, not low budget, but like he's basically a doctor that just uses random tools, and he even injects himself with something that supposedly makes his like
Okay,
hand
so
steadier.
are we going
Heroin.
spoiler
Probably
to,
heroin.
from now on?
Well,
then?
for
because
first
you
off,
just said that.
what?
the doctor.
Yeah, well,
You just mentioned everything about him.
Yeah,
The
but
only things about him, you just mentioned everything.
not totally. I don't know. It's just a small part. It's not a
So
spoiler.
small,
Okay. So yeah,
Um,
him getting ready is him shooting up heroin or something. I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. It was something's like I don't make my hand steady. I'm like, are you sure? I guess my favorite story. I liked A Dame to Kill For, though there's a couple of things I had problems with, and they'll come to me as I probably write out my review.
I don't know if you guys had so much of a problem with this, but I guess like it was really weird because the one thing that bugged me about that story was what's his face, main guy,
Josh Brolin.
no, his character.
Dwight.
Dwight, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, Dwight. Okay, so Dwight,
Uh-huh.
he in the first one he's played by Clive Owen.
Yeah.
He's got a bit more of like a high-pitched voice.
Yeah.
But in this one, it's like super deep and super
Yeah,
dark. And I
because
was
it's
like,
Josh Brolin's voice.
Yeah, exactly.
What was
but
weird
it
about
kinda
that?
bugged me, but like I could get past it. But
Yeah, I could get past it too, but what I found weird about it was that in Men in Black 3, he like perfectly mimicked
It was
Tommy Lee
perfect.
Jones.
Yeah.
So I thought he was gonna do something similar and mimic his voice, but I guess the full thing, I guess when he changes his face, he changes his voice. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Plus, it'd probably be pretty hard for him to make it high pitched.
I
yeah.
guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like separately I like the stories in the first movie better, but this one did flow pretty well and it had some really, really good moments. As I
was-
said, like a lot of really, really crazy violence
Yeah.
in this one, though nothing nearly as insane as sawing arms and legs off or, punching a guy's head into the floorboards.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually think I might like even though Nancy's Last Dance was pretty short, I think I might have liked that one the best. Just like the most like sort of original out of them. Okay, now we can go spoiler laden.
Okay.
Okay.
There are tits.
So many tits.
Yeah, Eva Green
Oh,
is
actually,
a
well,
goddess.
2 pairs of
I'm
tits.
absolutely sure. I'm pretty sure Eva Green spent like most of that movie naked.
Probably,
pretty much.
yeah.
Either naked or wearing clothes that, you know.
Pretty much,
yeah.
you're pretty
You
much
could
naked.
see, you could make out the shadows. You know, nobody's stupid.
Yeah, there's this point where she's like wearing this white dress, but it's this
that's-
really see-through dress.
Yeah, that's the one that got banned, the banned poster.
Oh wow.
Really?
Yeah, you know, because they had a poster of her in that dress, and they banned it for, what was it, dark area around the nipple, I think was what they banned it for. But it was
God.
a really, really stupid ban.
Yeah.
But, the guy that actually impressed me the most, well, not the most, but who really impressed me was, I can't remember his name, it flashed up on screen, but the guy who took over from Michael Clark Duncan as Manute.
Oh, yeah.
Because he sounded exactly like Michael Clark
Yeah,
Duncan.
I thought it was
Yeah.
for a
I
second.
actually didn't know they changed the character. This is the first time I'm hearing about the actor change.
Yeah, because Michael Clark Duncan was in it, and like, I mean, he was barely, Manute was barely in the first movie at all. And then Michael Clark Duncan died, and they got to find another actor. And this guy just pulled it off so well.
Yeah, he did.
And it was really cool how he was just like the only one who could even come close to taking her out as Marv. Even Marv had trouble.
Yeah,
And also, how about that eye tear out?
Oh my god,
of
okay,
that.
yeah. I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, holy fuck, he's beating the fucking shit out of this
Yeah,
guy.
he's just
And then
punching-
he gets him on the ground. I'm like, oh, okay, he's gonna stop, not kill him
Puts his
because of
thumb on
Dwight.
his eyeball.
Yeah.
Puts his thumb into his eye socket and rips it out.
And then he's like, I can't remember what he said in the vehicle. He's like, I haven't done that for like a couple nights or something like that. And you're like, Jesus, Marv.
No, I think he said, he's like, it's like been a couple of nights since I had my hands on one of these.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That was actually really funny. The part where he's like, you know, I didn't kill him. You know, I just wrapped him up a bit.
Yeah.
You know, kind of
Yeah.
shot him a couple.
Yeah.
He's still okay. Got this though.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he'll be in there. He'll be in the hospital for a couple months max.
Yeah. And you're like, shit, Marv. I also really liked Dwight's look with all the bandages. Even though he wasn't in that look for very long, it still looked
that was
really cool.
Actually,
Actually,
my.
Um,
Sorry, Tony, go ahead.
Oh, okay, whatever. Okay, my only thing is that I would love to see his eyes still like fucked up as his bandages are still on his face.
Yeah, because that, like, when his eye is fucked up,
Yeah,
it looks really cool.
So cool.
It looks like kind of a Terminator kind of look
Yeah.
to him.
I thought that it looked kind of like a toy.
A little, yeah, I guess, but
like-
still, it looked really
Like,
cool.
I know it was a fake eye, obviously.
And I
They
should have
didn't
mentioned
shoot
this
him
in like the non-spoiler parts, but it's a really slick-looking movie.
Yeah,
It's like really smooth, like the colors really are bright. Yeah, they went with a different company to make the special effects this time around. And they did a really good job.
They mimicked them pretty well.
Yeah.
So.
It was a lot cleaner and smoother.
Pretty much the only thing that I was gonna be worried about with the color is that if they oversaturate white, it's bright as fucking hell.
Yeah.
So if they do that, it like blinds you.
Yeah.
The one thing I
But
noticed,
yeah, they did it really well.
the one thing I noticed about the special effects with like all the superimposed colors and everything is there was not as much red as I was expecting. Like,
No,
in the
I was
first
expecting a
one.
lot more red too.
Yeah.
Like in the first one when like important characters would get shot, yeah, they bleed. Same with this one.
Yeah.
But even when like some side character, like a bodyguard, would get killed in the first one, they'd have red blood spray everywhere instead of white blood usually. But in this, pretty much there was mostly white.
Yeah, it was
blood, except
mostly
for
white.
3 or 4 characters like
Yeah.
bleeding out, and then that shows a lot.
I think it was like, was it like kind of like the main characters? Whenever they bled out, they'd bleed red.
And also like
Yeah.
that guy, the cop,
exactly.
who goes crazy.
Oh
and
yeah,
like
fuck.
shoots his
Yeah,
friend
that
and
was a
shoots
crazy
himself.
Story.
Shoots himself, throws him off of a cliff,
Yeah.
and then shoots himself
Yeah.
because he's like, "What the fuck have I
Eva
done?"
Green's
Yeah,
demon eyes.
yeah, I
Holy
get. I
crap.
think she like must have some kind of weird power where she just makes people go crazy. crazy.
Okay, is it just me, or like did her eyes not change color till like she got really dark?
I
Pretty
think
much.
so.
Like,
Yeah.
right after she went to Dwight's apartment.
Yeah, exactly. Like her
Also-
eyes went green right when she got like really dark.
I don't know if you remembered or noticed it, but her lips also turned red from. They would stay black if she would be talking to someone, but as soon as she would try to seduce them, like even like switch.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't notice that. That was so subtle.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I love
Like
that.
how when the cops are first interrogating her, her lips are. I'm pretty sure her lips are like black in that scene. But as soon as she like, basically, as soon as she puts his hand, her hand on his like lap, her lips immediately turn red in the next scene.
Yeah.
And her eyes, like, I don't know if they did it exactly, but they might have made her green eyes like a little brighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like that makes sense, and that is
cool.
that is a cool
I love
touch.
that movie for all the subtle little color hints. That
Yeah, they did do a lot of subtle, like, I don't know. I'm coming off this movie and I'm going, I really liked it. I don't think it's as good as the first movie, but it's definitely not a
it's
bad
worth a
sequel by
watch.
any means. It's
not
definitely
bad.
worth a watch, and I understand why some people wouldn't like it, but I liked it. And as I said, I liked the stories from the first movie better how they went. Like, I liked them as complete stories, but how they put this movie together and made all the stories work, even if they were really short. But as I was mentioning, I really wanted Joseph Gordon-Levitt to like join Nancy and Marv and like get a couple guns and go crazy.
Yeah, I was
mean,
actually hoping his story would extend a little bit more.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? From that Joseph Gordon-Levitt story there, I don't know if you guys like felt the same way, but like the part when he goes back to the hotel, and like Rourke is there and he like killed the girl, and like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he jumps out the window, and then Rourke like comes out of the dark.
it's
I really pissed myself.
It's like a fucking jump scare. It's so well done.
That was so good though, like that little scare they had there.
But like in a way though, he did kind of win almost more than Nancy because he beat him not once but twice at poker so badly that he said everyone will remember this.
Pretty much.
And remember that you're shit compared to me. Also, that little hint that he's Rourke's son. That was interesting.
Little. That was pretty fucking big.
I know, but still.
I like how he picked his creepy pedophile murderer son over the one who can never lose.
Yeah, that was also really weird.
Yeah,
it was weird.
I don't get that
My
either.
murdering child is not presidential material, but you who can never lose at anything? Fuck that.
Yeah, that was a bit weird. Like, it was a cool twist, but at the same time, there's a lot of questions come out of that.
Yeah.
But who knows? They're sick bastards.
Oh, and on that point of the luck thing, it looks like he's not like just lucky because at the jackpot machines, he looks at the machines and he knows which one's to win.
Yeah.
It's not just luck. So I love that because if they just make him lucky, it's kind of like the generic kind of thing. But they actually made it
your
so.
bullet missed me because I'm lucky.
Yeah, no, but they made it so he actually pretty much I guess calculated in his in his head.
Yeah, like he must have like some kind of system. I liked his character. It's too bad he got his brains blown out. At the end of his story. But I think we need to address, well, not the elephant in the room, but one part I thought was really weird. So Hardigan's a ghost now.
Oh
I guess?
yeah.
Because he appears behind Rourke,
cool.
and then Rourke sees him. And then she shoots him, and I was like, huh, that's weird. So I guess he's a ghost.
It's obvious what it is. Don't you remember when Nancy put the gun up to her head? She was obviously calling out her persona.
Oh my god.
He's depression. He's really slow.
Hardigan is her stan. Fucking JoJo. Yeah, so that part was cool, but also weird. And also, I thought Hardigan appeared in Just Another Saturday Night, but I guess I thought Just Another Saturday Night was like way longer than it was.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Because like the whole thing was like we mentioned, like he just kills people. Basically, I thought there's gonna be a whole mystery, like he's got to backtrack, he's got to figure it out, and it finds out something bigger, sort of like with Goldie. But basically, just goes, "Hey, these shit kids poured gasoline over a hobo and tried to light him on fire, so I fucking murdered them." And that was it. That was like the whole story. And then
they're trying to run away. Well, I better put them in a fucking corner.
Wait. Okay, you know what I'd like to know? I'd like to know who shot the frat boys with the arrows.
It must have been Miho. I'm pretty sure it was.
Because Miho, from it looks of it,
he wasn't
Miho's the
in Old
only.
Town, though, was he?
No, he was.
Yeah, he was.
He forced him to Old Town.
Okay, well, I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, he mentioned it when he was talking. Yeah, we're from the suburbs, and then he mentioned that
brought them like to his old suburbs that he used to live in.
Oh no, he said Old Town.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Well,
but
who knows?
He
He might
mentioned
have.
that if they get back to their university, he's never gonna catch him.
Yeah.
But if he forced them to drive to Old Town,
Yeah, then you get.
yeah, and then the point of Miho is
And
that
then he gives like
as far as I'm concerned, the only person in Old Town that uses arrows is Miho, so it must be her.
Yeah, because I mean, like, we saw a flamethrower and like automatic weapons.
Automatic weapons,
Actually,
shotguns.
also that amazing knife that someone threw out of nowhere.
Yeah,
In a way that it didn't rotate at all and flew right into his face.
Yeah.
I laughed pretty hard with the ending there, Nancy, when she's taking out the bodyguards, and like she shoots one of the bodyguards.
Yeah, and he
It
just like I've been playing.
Oh my lord!
I've been playing the game Fear lately, and I was talking to Jimmy about this, like, that you have a shotgun, and when you fire it, a guy does, like, 3 backflips and lands against a wall. And that's basically what this guy did. She just shoots him in the head, and he just, like, his head goes back, and he just, like, flies.
It's funny because no one else did that. It was just the one.
Yeah, there was a couple of guys that flew, but no one did it, like, as crazy as that guy
I
did.
still love the part where she rolled and shot 3 crossbow bolts out of the crossbow in, like, in a span of like.
Yeah.
That was
Another thing, how is she reloading it? Because there's no
How was she
magazine.
aiming it? She had it like pointed at the ground during the roll.
Oh, it's true. But but how was she reloading it? There's no magazine in that thing because she just like went like this.
There's one scene where she shoots the crossbow bolt and then it hits the guy and then it like cuts back to where she like cocks the crossbow
and then the arrow magically blows.
and there's an arrow in it and the bolt doesn't go back. You're like, what the fuck is this? This
Yeah,
is
it's weird.
garbage.
Dude, that was the best crossbow ever.
There's little nitpicks
Best
in this
crossbow
movie,
ever,
but
2014, guys. Best crossbow ever.
So, yeah, when I came out of it, it's weird. I had like a weird turn where like during the movie I felt a bit disappointed, then I felt reinvigorated, and now I come out of it and I go, it was pretty good. Originally I was gonna kind of go like it's a little bit harsher and say like it's a 7 out of 10, but I don't think it is now. I think, let's see, if the first one's a 10, this one's an 8 or an 8.5.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Still
so
worth the watch, though.
Yeah.
definitely
really
worth
good.
the watch. It's got great
Still-
acting.
It's still worth the wait.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember things up to 4 sentences long.
Okay. Well, stay tuned for my scripted review, I guess, where I go more in depth, and see you guys later. Peace. Bye.